Hello everyone, welcome to Moto Mengy. Today I'm going to be giving my opinion on the windshield I have on my Goldwing, which is the F4 Customs windshield. I get a lot of viewers questioning what windshield do I have on the bike because it looks different than stock. And they're correct, it's not the stock windshield. I replaced the windshield pretty much the first month I had the bike with the F4 Customs. And today I'll give my opinion on it compared to the stock windshield that comes with the bike. Now first I'll start off by saying I'm not sponsored in this video at all. You know, F4 Customs doesn't pay me for this. I did not get the windshield for free. I paid for it with my own money. And this is the 20-inch F4 Customs windshield for the Honda Goldwing. They have three versions, the 20-inch, which is the stock height, the 24-inch, which is a taller version, and then a 16-inch for a shorter windshield. But I went with the stock height because I like the stock height of the Honda Goldwing's windshield, but I wasn't entirely happy with the stock windshield, and the F4 Customs pretty much solved all the problems I had, and even better. You can see how the windshield has a bit of a curve at the top of it. Maybe you can't tell, but here, I'll go from the side here, you can see maybe a little better. It's not a straight windshield, it's got a curve on it. Tell you what, let me put the windshield up higher, maybe I'll be able to pop out then. Best feature on the bike, electronic windshield. Maybe now you can see the curve a little better. It also has a little bit more width to the sides of it than the stock windshield. Now that curve on the top part of the windshield deflects the wind away from you far better than the stock windshield does. I mean, the stock windshield is a straight shield, meaning it has no curve to the top like this thing has. So when the wind pours over the stock windshield, it kind of comes over and back at you a little bit, like most windshields do. It happened on my Harley road glides were the same way. But with this, you can have the windshield down below your field of view, meaning the top of the shield under your eyes. And because it's an electronically adjustable windshield on the Honda Goldwing, you can move the height of it down however you want. But you can have the windshield down really almost to bottom and still not feel a blast of wind in your face while you're riding. Now, you do get some wind, some breeze, so it's not like you're completely shielded with the windshield down, but it creates kind of like an air dam almost, where it blocks the wind largely. So you get more like a light breeze on your face, even on the highways. But with the windshield up, it throws the wind up and over even the passenger on the back. So, Deer doesn't get hardly any wind on her face. Yes, you do feel wind when you're riding, but it's not forceful wind. Like with this windshield, Deer and I can have a conversation while we're riding 70 miles an hour down the highway, and we're just talking like normal voices. We're not even like yelling at each other or anything. That's how quiet it keeps the rider space on the bike from wind noise. I know on my road glide we could never do that on either of my road glides, and I had stock exhaust on my road glides, and it was still just too loud. But a lot of that was due to wind noise as well as exhaust noise. The Goldwing's both quieter than the road glide, and because of this windshield, it reduces wind noise. So it's nice. One very important feature of the F4 Customs windshield is the clarity of the windshield itself. It's just so much clearer to look through than the stock Honda windshield. In fact, it's almost like you're not looking through a glass at all. That's just how clear it is. Like crystal clear. Here, I'll show some footage of me riding on the bike. The stock Honda windshield has a little bit of a opaqueness to it where it's not super clear, whereas with the F4 Customs windshield, it's so clear that it doesn't get in your way, it doesn't obstruct your view, it doesn't distract you. It's just like you're looking through like a windshield that's not even there, almost to a point. Now, the F4 Customs windshields do come in full clear and tinted versions. I prefer the full clear like I have here, because then you can see through it clearly and it's like it's not even there. If you like the tinted version and having a tinted windshield in front of you, then you can buy that too from F4 Customs. So I'd say that the clarity of the F4 Customs is really, really awesome. Now here I have my old stock windshield on the Goldwing, the one that came with it. I'm gonna try and overlay it over this from a front point of view and show you how it looks. All right, I'm gonna try and overlay this over the front of the bike where the stock shield would mount normally. So you can see the height's the same, but you can see on the sides, there's more, about 2 inches or so on the sides of the F4 Customs. So it's a wider windshield than the stock shield. There, see if you can, hopefully that's a good shot and it comes out in the camera. Here, I'll also try and show the stock shield from the side. You can see it's straight at the top. It's not curved like the F4 Customs is. So it doesn't kick the air, you know, on the F4, it kicks it like up and back and over. Whereas on the stock windshield, it just kind of goes over and spills over and goes over like that. Like a normal windshield. And yes, the stock windshield is rather dirty. I haven't cleaned it since I took it off the bike because I'm never going to use it again. Never, ever, ever. If I ever need a new windshield, I'm buying another F4 Customs to replace it. That's how much better the F4 Customs is compared to the stock shield. I'll never ride with this again. The F4 Customs windshield being wider does keep the wind more off your shoulders and your arms while you're riding. And that's nice because it fatigues you less while you're riding on the highways especially. Now you might think in the summer that's also hotter too, but no, it's not really. You still feel enough wind on you to keep you cool. You just aren't blasted with wind pushing against you or hitting you. Especially in crosswinds, the wider windshield really helps with that, keeping the crosswinds off you, at least reducing them anyway. But on top of better wind management being one of the best features of the F4 Customs, one of them almost better feature actually is that how easy it is to clean. You can see now I have some bugs and dirt on this windshield. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to clean this thing, because to clean the F4 Customs, you don't need chemicals or Windex or any of that kind of stuff. It's coated with a special like ceramic coating or whatever, something special where you can just clean it with water and rags or towels or paper towels or newspaper or whatever. You can scrub it as hard as you want and it never scratches. And anything can clean it. You know, water, they say use water on it because you don't want to use chemicals because it'll eat away the ceramic paint or the ceramic coating or whatever or something like that. So you just use water and anything to rub it, and you can pretty much clean this windshield anywhere very easily. So all I ever use is, you know, some water and a rag. I just wipe the windshield down and scrub it until it's clean. And all you gotta do is just scrub the dirty spots. You know, take off the bug guts and stuff. But it really makes cleaning the windshield, like when you're on longer distance road trips, you can clean the windshield very easily in the morning or at gas stations, whatever. You can use those gas station car wash stations. You just get the paper towel and wet it down and scrub this thing, and you don't got to worry about ruining your windshield or scratching it or none of that stuff. Now to dry it, I just use an old sock, literally to dry it. You can dry it with whatever you want, but I have tons of old socks as shop rags down in my garage, so I just use them to dry stuff or to wipe stuff or to dry my windshield when I wash it, for example, like this. And surprisingly, the socks work pretty good for drying and polishing a windshield. And there, windshield is clean with a wet rag and water and buff with a sock in about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes, very, very quickly. I could go over it and do a better job, but for the video, you know, you get the idea. If you spend a good 5 minutes on it, you can get it perfectly clean just by some rubbing and buffing and stuff, but super easy to clean this windshield. Doesn't scratch at all. Money well spent. So that's my quick review of the F4 Customs windshield for the Honda Goldwing. Would I recommend it to anyone else who owns a Goldwing? Most definitely. If you have a Goldwing, I would highly, highly recommend getting an F4 Customs windshield for it. Better wind management, easier cleaning, bolts right on it. I didn't go over the installation because I've had it on for a long time, but it's just 4 bolts here under these caps that are on the front that come off really easy. Literally, you can install it in like 5 minutes, seriously. But yeah, it's a great windshield. I would highly recommend it to anyone that has a Honda Goldwing. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll answer them. But on that note, I'm gonna put my boots on and go for a ride because it's beautiful out today. I'm not gonna stand here all day in my driveway filming videos with the GoPro, so take care everyone, ride safe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Would I suggest it or recommend it to anyone? Hell yes. Yeah, say it without swearing. Now here, I'm gonna try and, okay, hold on, I'll just do like this.